Good morning, good evening, whenever you are watching. Welcome back to TatiiTalks podcast. And if you are back, thank you, because it's been a month of Sundays. A month of Sundays. And you know,
at me?
I'm laughing at my inconsistency.
Oh.
But 2024,
Jesus.
I think I'm gonna try to be more consistent.
Oh, I was about to say, oh my God, what year are we in?
No.
I thought
2024.
True.
Yeah.
Because you got to give the people what they want.
I know. And some of y'all, shout out to y'all who've been asking.
We back?
Yeah. But welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. And if you are new here, just forget what I said about inconsistency. Okay.
We'll talk about that a little later.
Just forget about that. So, Janae, how you doing today? You was a little late.
I was not late, but I'm great. I'm well rested.
Oh, I bet. I bet you are.
I'm well rested. I got my hair done. So, I feel great. How do you feel?
I've been up since 4:30 this morning.
That is absolutely ridiculous.
And usually when I get up like really early in the morning, I try to go back to sleep immediately. And then when that fails, I just pray until I fall asleep.
You pray until you fall asleep?
Yeah. And so I went down the list. Like, and I still wasn't asleep by 5:30. I was like, Lord, am I missing somebody?
Wait, you start praying for people
Yeah.
when you be up
Yeah.
at 4:00?
Because there has to be a reason why I'm up. There has to. Somebody needs prayer. Somebody.
Oh, and let me tell you something. I'm not doing that.
So what are you gonna do? Just watch TV?
No, I'm just saying, like, when I can't sleep, that is so great. You pray for other people.
I have to. What else am I gonna do?
Count sheep. You don't lay there and like close your eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, but your mind is up.
Well, I don't even know if my mind was up. Well, okay, first of all, I woke up because I need to use the bathroom. And so I went to use the bathroom. And usually, like, when I got to use the bathroom in the middle of the night, I can't go back to sleep. Because, like, my body is, like, I'm, like, physically getting up, having to walk, and, like, sit.
Turn on lights.
Yeah, and I'm doing too much. And I'm, like, my body is waking up. But sometimes I can't go back to sleep. But this morning, I used the bathroom. I know, crazy. I used the bathroom. I didn't even turn the light on because I was like, I do not want to be up.
Yeah, I don't want to be up.
So, did my thing, whatever. Okay, whatever. And then I go back to bed. And usually it's like, okay, let me just like try and go back to sleep. I know it's going to take a little bit.
That is
4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:20. I was like, I'm going downstairs. I'm going to make breakfast. I'm going to do laundry. And Sanaya was up. So I got her, changed her, got her dressed.
Just because you use the bathroom?
It's either because I use the bathroom or the Lord needed me to pray down or
to.
something. I don't know. But
that's the best go back to sleep. After I use the bathroom, I'm knocked.
And sometimes I hold it until I got it, like till the next morning, like until I wake up for real. But like, you know when you hold your pee so much that it hurts?
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah. Now you're uncomfortable, and now you're really up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been up since 4:30. So if you're watching this, I probably prayed for you
at 4 o'clock. That's probably why she's tired.
I'm very tired, but you know.
Ooh, bless it.
Church was great.
It was. Church
was great. No, I was really just. I'm really.
Oh, you're. I'm
really just
brained up in your day. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and then came home. Your mama brought some Philly cheesesteak. We ate some.
She was here today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
We ate some.
Oh wow.
Philly cheesesteak, and then I waited.
Oh, you sleepy?
And then
because you yeah.
And then I waited for you.
Okay, what time is it? It's like 3 o'clock. She texted me at like 2.
Y'all know I'm petty, so I'm.
What time did you text me saying we're almost home?
1:30.
1:30. I left at like 2. And what time is it now?
3:30.
That makes sense. I'm 45 minutes away from you. Then I went to the store. That makes a little sense. And traffic.
The plan was and this is not what we're talking about today, but the plan was Janae was supposed to be in Norcross with us, and she just trailed us home.
I needed an extra sleep. I was tired. I was so tired.
And you know what I'm going to say next. What if the Lord's tired of blessing you?
Ooh, he might be. He might be. He might be. But, that's not what we're talking about.
No, that isn't. But I'm just saying.
He might be tired, though.
You needed extra sleep. Oh, she's up. That was fast.
I heard something.
Yeah, she was coughing. You needed extra sleep.
I'm sorry.
Okay, well, don't say sorry to me. Say
sorry, Lord.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Okay. All right. No, I'm just saying. I'm just giving her a hard time.
Yeah.
She did bedside Baptist today.
I did.
So that's a really good segue.
That is.
A really good segue. So Janae and I talk, and it should be in front of a mic, but like it's really so like on FaceTime at like wee hours of the night. Sometimes it's about like, girl, let's go to sleep. But other times it's like questions like, do you really trust God?
Right.
Do you believe that He is going to bless you with the desires of your heart? Do you believe, stuff like that? And so with that, Janae, and I know we already answered this question last night.
It's so annoying.
Do you feel like you trust God? Okay, so let me just start by saying, because for me, I know that I trust Him with certain things, but other things I feel like I can't let go of control.
Okay.
So when people are like, "Oh, do you trust God?" They're like, "Yeah," and they're thinking
that's
like
so
the whole,
easy to say. Like,
so what would you say?
Trust God? I think I do believe I trust God, but I do believe it's because of I was taught that's what I'm supposed to do, right? So I don't think I've came to like an adult standpoint of like, oh God, I'm about to trust you with everything, because I don't really, because what is the definition of trust God? Does trust God mean you take all control off?
Yeah,
like when you want to have control over it. That means I don't trust Him?
I feel like there's a lot of components. So from that example, yes, I feel like trusting Him is like what they say in church, getting out of the driver's seat. You're riding passenger, and not trying to control things, because you know that He works things together for the good of those who love Him. But I also think that that's a control issue too. And like, I feel like we all have control issues. Like what
do you mean?
Like
when you said that was a control issue,
I feel like that aspect of you wanting to take control of like your life or like your job or whatever, I think that's a control issue too. Like because you want it to go the way you want it to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I feel like in a sense, everyone has control issues, because if you think about like, let's say you're not a planner. Let's say you're about to, we're gonna work out, but you already had you have a workout
workout
yep.
list.
And I'm like, oh, let me just take it. Let me handle that. What you gonna say? Nah.
Or let's derail from
yeah. You gonna be like,
what
were you thinking?
Day.
Yeah, you know,
right. Today was supposed to be a particular day.
So in a way, not like super literal, like you're controlling,
right.
But like you're reluctant to release control because you wanted a certain
you have it planned.
And so I think that's how we, like, if we turn that off, then I feel like we completely trust God.
But do you think, I think that's okay, but I think something of that is detrimental of like turning it completely off, because what is it? Faith without work is dead too, right? So somebody can combat that and just say, well, if I don't put in the work for it, and if a human puts in the work to do anything, let's say it's a workout, right? I'm putting in the work, so therefore there is a plan attached to my work. So therefore I don't go into the gym just releasing, because I'm trying to look for a goal in mind. So let's say it's glutes day, and I'm being very strict on a particular part of my body. Somebody can't just come in and derail my whole planned shift. But is that control? Is that a controlling thing? Or am I am I making a plan for myself? Because at that point, you have to do that too. But going into the spiritual realm.
I was about to say, yeah, I think that was a bad example.
Going into the spiritual realm, it's just like.
On my part, yeah.
What if. I'm trying to think of
I think the workout on my part, that was a bad example. Because you can't. That's like apples and oranges.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of. I can't really think of an example right now. You're stressing about your job.
Or
you're trying to.
Devotion, right? Devotion. I don't think, or correct me if I'm wrong, the work of devotion is great, but once you get deeper in like your spiritual routine, I don't think it's healthy to just go in blindly. You know, like at some seasons I'm gonna pray over this. In some seasons, do you have like a planned devotion? Mm-mm. You just go in, and wherever it takes you. See, that's probably controlled in.
Well, so I do different parts. I have a Jackie Hill Perry's book.
Oh yeah.
I have that, and so I do that in the morning. And then sometimes I just open the Bible and I'm like,
okay, you just go. Mm-hmm. So maybe we could turn it off, because in my head, I'm just thinking,
I think my workout example, I think that was really bad. That was because that's so tangible.
It is tangible.
Yeah, I feel like that was a really bad example. But like, for example, like, see, and I'm really bad at examples right now, and I'm like overthinking. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, to me, trusting God is releasing control.
Okay.
So your money's tight. So you're going to bust out and get another job, or like a second job, or third job, you know,
like scrambling,
get a second job, third job. Now you missing family functions. Now you missing church.
Right.
At that point, you got to just trust God and be like, okay, God, I need you to make this money stretch. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Or
do you think it's offensive to him? Like if we're on the job thing and you say that you have control, you say that, God, I trust you with my finances, but then you're scurrying into LinkedIn and trying to get another job and interviewing and missing all of these functions. Is that like a slap in the face to God? Because are you saying with your actions, if I don't do something,
it's not going to get done? I do think that, yeah. But I don't think it's like God's like, offended. Honestly, I don't think he's offended. I think he's just like, oh, okay,
girl.
He's like, all right. All right, you gonna come back. Hard for you gonna come back to me, and so I'm gonna just wait.
You're making it hard for yourself. Yeah. Okay.
And so that's the example of going down the wider road than the narrow road.
Correct. Because you on LinkedIn, you on Indeed, and he's like,
and you stressing yourself out.
I didn't tell you to be up at 12. You could have been up at 9. You could have been asleep at 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the original question: Do I trust God?
Okay, let me make this easier. What can you say you trust God with? If anything.
I trust God. Okay. I trust God with my livelihood. Like with my my livelihood. I don't think I'll ever like,
what do you mean?
Like, I trust him to like have it figured out. Like, I don't stress about where I'm gonna live because I'm not in really a lease, or like somebody can call me the next day and be like, hey, Janae, we need you to move here. I don't really worry about that. I'm just like, I know that it's
I got a question, but finish your thought.
I know that for my livelihood, I know that I do trust him, and I'm gonna always live somewhere up to my standard, or always exceed my standard.
Do you think that trust level would change if you left that job?
Because that means I don't trust him with my livelihood. If I didn't have,
like, if you weren't in the industry, like in that industry at all, like you did something, like you had a regular.
I'm just a regular paying rent.
I mean, yeah.
Paying rent,
and you like would have to apply for different apartments. And
no, it's hard to take myself out of property management. But if I just think about it for a second, probably not. But the crazy part is that I don't think I trust God enough with money either. So I don't know how I'm trusting him with this with my apartment. But if it's talking about my place of living, I think I would still trust him.
Really?
I think so.
So why don't you trust him with money?
See, that's the caveat to it. Just because I think it's just because I think my action shows that I don't trust. I won't say that I don't trust him with money. I still worry about money, and that is kind of a gateway to not trusting. So just like we were talking yesterday, we won't talk about this, but it's more so of like it's a respect thing, right? Just because you're not respecting me, but you're not disrespecting me either. So that's something that is like I don't not trust him with I know that he's of God of all, and so why my little money I'm scraping pennies for, but my action shows that I don't trust him.
Yeah, it's crazy because today
I panic.
Today at Pastor Roy.
today at Pastor Roy.
Pastor Roy said, "Worry is a learned behavior. You learn how to worry." Because when you a baby, you ain't got no worries in the world.
That's the crazy thing. It's the crazy thing. When we were at the aquarium with Sanaya, the zoo with Sanaya, and she was just running up to the gate of the snakes, and we were all talking about the fact that she doesn't think about worry
because it's a learning.
Behavior. She's not scared, and we behind Sanaya talking about Right. Like, don't come. Wait a minute.
Don't come near me. It is a learned behavior. Someone tells you something negative about a thing, and you're all of a sudden like, "Oh, I don't want that happening to me." So we essentially make ourselves worry.
Okay, something just came to me, but I think we do that because God, and not to put so much blame, but God allows bad things to happen, right?
Yeah.
So even in our in human realm, it's a 50-50 shot. If God's gonna come and we're just gonna be blessed and money's in the check, or God could be like, no, I'm gonna sit you down for a second, you're gonna be homeless. So as in the human realm, we're playing defense a little bit. It's like, God, are you gonna alley-oop this thing, or are you gonna make me?
But here's the thing: if someone truly trusts God, they're going to pray that worry out. I'm homeless, but I ain't got money, but there's always a but after it. Because one thing that helps me trust is he got a track record. Like, I look over baby, when I tell you, I look over my life, other people's lives.
Yeah.
Like,
and you see drastic change.
Drastically.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can I not? But it's easy because of my flesh. It's easy to not because of my flesh. Worry is a learned behavior. Fear is a learned
behavior. I agree with that.
And so it's so easy it's very easy to sit in that word too because it's comfortable. It's like a woe is me type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, and you probably
what's uncomfortable is being uncomfortable and saying I'll worship anyway. That is a pride. That's an ego, pride, and just that's uncomfortable times two. So I might as well just be regular uncomfortable and just complain about it.
Because it's like choose your heart, but at the end of the day, trusting him always has the best outcome. Always. Perfect example. And I didn't think I was going to share it on this first episode, but I will.
Oh my God. What's about to say?
October 29th.
I don't know where she's going.
We went to church.
Bless it.
And I had to lead worship. I didn't like what I was wearing, so I was like, you know what? Let me go to Target and get a change of clothes. So I went to Target, but I needed to use the bathroom real bad. So I go to the bathroom, wipe, and is this weird? Every time I wipe, I gotta look at it.
I have to look at it.
Okay.
I have to.
I didn't think it was just me. Okay.
And okay.
We ain't got it. No, let's just leave it there. So I wiped and I saw blood. Oh, I'm sorry. Back up. I'm pregnant. Okay. So this is October. When did I find out? October 13th. I found out I was pregnant. Okay. Fast forward, October 29th. I wipe and I see blood. Immediately I'm worried. Immediately. But you know what? I got a job to do. God called me to sing today, so I'm going to sing.
Yep.
Go find the clothes, try it on, boom. Head back to the church because I had a real small window. I walk up to Isaiah and I'm like, hey, I just wiped at Target and I saw blood. He's like, well, we're just going to pray. Whatever. Okay, cool. Whatever. Go to the bathroom and because I didn't know what was going to happen. So I used precautions and I did what I had to do.
Right.
I'm singing first service. Second service, no, in between services, I'm fine. Like, I'm just whatever. Checking periodically in the bathroom.
And you don't really see too much.
Oh, no, it's coming.
Okay.
It's as if I have my period.
Wow.
So, in between services, I'm like trying to like keep myself busy, whatever. So I'm not really thinking about it. And second service happens. I hold it together. Atmosphere was great.
She gets through it, yeah.
I get through it. As soon as I hit the steps, I am bawling my eyes out. When I tell you bawling my eyes out, I don't even sit down. Like,
no, she left.
I could not. And I text Lauren and I said, I think I'm having a miscarriage. And I jet out the sanctuary. Because like, I mean, it's easy to cry at church. No one gonna be like, what's wrong?
Yeah, nobody's
because
gonna,
like, you know,
everybody's crying at church.
So,
yeah.
And so, but I still didn't want, because
typically when Tati gets off stage, she sits down. Isaiah typically comes. She came and she just left and was gone for a minute.
I booked it.
Like, I'm now grabbing her purse. I'm like, did she leave?
And so I am bawling my eyes out. We get people to pray over me, whatever. And one thing the Holy Spirit told me was to be calm. And so the Holy Spirit
told you to who?
Be calm.
Be calm.
And as soon as I felt that, I heard that, I went back inside.
And she sat down.
And I sat down, listened to the rest of the sermon. We went to the zoo.
We did go to the zoo.
We went to the zoo. Okay. Come back home.
We did go to the zoo.
Yep. Went to the zoo. Come back home. I called the doctor. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm experiencing. I need an appointment. And so she was like, well, you can go to the emergency room or you can, I can have your appointment tomorrow, which is Monday. I was like, just put my appointment for Monday. And then I go to the bathroom again. And y'all, when I tell you, I was like, this is a cycle. This is a cycle. This is a menstrual cycle. This is it. When I tell you, it was
coming
a flood. And I was like, okay.
What is happening?
I was like, I'm going to the emergency room. I just want to get it over with.
Yeah.
I was like,
rip the Band-Aid off.
I was like, yes, just please.
Yeah.
Went to the emergency room. Yeah, and that was stupid. Y'all know, you wait hours and hours, and it's almost 11 p.m. I'm like, I might as well be asleep.
Yeah,
and then just go in the morning. So, and I'm trying to like condense this story, but I go back home, go to sleep, and I'm praying, and I was like, God, you know how much I want this baby. Mm-hmm. You know how excited I was about this baby. Please save this baby. Go to sleep and cramps.
Ooh.
It's like banging. And it was like maybe midnight. And I just felt in my spirit, you're having a miscarriage.
Like that.
It was confirmed. I shed a couple tears and I went to sleep. Then Monday, we got to the appointment. They confirmed it. Mm-hmm. And she's in there like, they do this ultrasound. And she's like, yeah, it looks like you really passed it last night because like there's nothing left in here. She's like, there's nothing left in here. So unfortunately, I'm so sorry you had a miscarriage. And then there's no tears in my eyes. No tears in my eyes. Because I'm like, girl, keep it together. Because the last thing you want is like for a doctor to tell you bad news and then you cry in their face. And what they gonna do?
What they gonna do? It's just like
so, and she was like, don't worry, but I know I'm gonna see you back. Just keep taking.
She just knew.
Yeah, she was like, just keep taking your prenatal vitamins. And so as soon as she left, tears. I texted Isaiah, I was like, we miscarried. And I cried the entire day. Entire day. But y'all, on Tuesday?
Fine. Joy will come in the morning. It's literally
on Tuesday.
The morning.
And when I tell you, I felt the peace that surpasses all understanding. The thing that they talk about in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. That's what you felt.
When And I said to Isaiah, I was like, we're going to get pregnant again.
I just know it.
We have to. We're going to.
Yeah.
We are going to. And I say all this to say, trusting God, and it reminded me because you said I'm going through challenges or whatever, and I'm supposed to praise. I'm supposed to.
Yep.
If you don't,
nothing happens. You're just stuck with it.
And I told myself I was going to share this when I become pregnant again. But what's the point?
What's the point of that?
What's the point?
What's the point of that if they're going to follow this journey with you?
What's the point? Y'all might as well know now.
This is
because this is.
I didn't know she was going to talk about this.
I didn't know I was going to talk about it either. But this is truly trusting God.
Right.
He gives life and he takes it away. So if I don't trust him, I didn't go through this for myself,
obviously,
and that's the thing about being a believer. God's gonna use you for whatever He want to use you.
It's just like you're like just a vessel.
Yeah.
So stop taking things so personal.
Yes, it's not about.
It's not about you.
And when I tell you, when I felt that, and that's one of the things that I heard after reading my Bible and praying. That's one of the things that I heard. It's not about you, girl. It's not about you. Someone's going to get glory. Someone's going to be blessed off of this.
Off of this. And it probably is one of them. That is, but just to tie it back in, if you did not, and it's, I feel like it's okay to like cry in the midst
because you're
being hurt in the midst of it. I don't think that's what we're saying of like, don't be hurt and try to cover it with a fake smile.
It's what you do after that.
It's literally lick your wounds, cry, please feel please.
Yeah, don't hold it.
Don't hold it in. And it becomes it turns into anger, resentment, and then now you're looking at God twist at it. So feel how you feel, but I really do think there's just power in worshiping in your darkest moments. And it's such a pride thing. It's such a pride and ego thing that you got to take out because you're still living in it. You're still living in real time. Yeah. And it's just like, but God, I love you. And but God, I trust you. And for him to break, and we talked about this, the peace that came over. The only time I've had that is, I know what Tati's talking about, is my grandmother passing. And I just thought I was going to be this mess. And I cried for a day. Yeah. And then it was like, it feels like cool. It's like a cool type of, I can't even explain it. It's crazy.
And I kept saying that too. I can't explain it.
Crazy. It was just like, but I'm good. Yeah. And she's good. And I'm kind of happy. Yeah. Like but I don't want to say I'm happy because we're literally mourning.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, a grandmother, but it's literally the most craziest experience. And that's how you know it's like the Holy Spirit. It feels, I've only experienced it once.
And I was trying to like describe it in my head. And I didn't want to say this out loud because I didn't want to sound stupid. But I almost felt like it was an outer body experience.
Because you don't react like that. It is. And
so, and that also
it's
reminds
me. It's like you're a different person. Yeah. Like it's like, who was that?
And so that reminds me, me and Isaiah talk about this all the time. A mature Christian would say, Lord, deliver me from this thing, heal me from this disease. But even if you don't, I still love you. I still trust you.
Even if you don't, what does that mean? If you know, like, even if you don't, I'm telling you now, like, I can't even, maybe I should practice it, but like, I can't.
It's a hard thing. And I think that's trust. I think that is trust. I trust you even if it doesn't go my way. I trust you even if I feel like it's the opposite direction of where I want to go.
Yes.
That's trust.
And
I'm not there.
I am not there.
There is this scripture, but keep talking.
But I feel like I'm there. I think I'm there with certain things, and then certain things I'm just obviously not. But I know that I'm not mature. I'm not that mature just yet, okay? And I trust him. Just with a little certain.
Yeah, I wish I could say I trust him with everything. Because there are things that I'm like, I don't think you're doing anything here, so I'm just going to figure it out for myself. There's a scripture that says, what is this? Job. Ooh, that book.
The book of Job. He got patience. Go ahead.
Yep.
He
so you know the book of Job. Job 13, verse 15. Job said, though he slay me, yet I will trust him. That's basically like, even if he don't, or even if he decides to put me through the ringer, because he was put through the ringer.
He was put through the
ringer. Yet
I
will trust him. Yet I will trust him. Yet I will trust him.
But that's the thing.
That's a mic drop right there. I don't care what nobody says. That's a mic drop. If you are living your life and saying every day and really believing that and meaning that,
and meaning it,
though he slay me, yet I will trust him. I need to be closer to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please,
you need to spend tonight over my house
because I want to get there so bad.
No, me too. Because it alleviates all the worry. It alleviates literally everything that I'm trying to take on.
It's like one of these like old church mothers that like, you know how they be.
What you doing, baby?
Yeah, just trust in
the Lord, baby, with all your heart.
Like,
and it's just like, yeah, you say that.
You're not in my mess.
Medea.
Oh my gosh. That is trust. That is trust. That is trust.
I just so pretty much what he's trying to take it to my love life. Even if he won't bring me a husband, I trust you.
Woo!
I don't know about
and I know what that means for you.
I'm gonna be a mess. Do you hear me?
I know.
A mess.
I know.
Even if I never get married, I trust you. What? Okay, but what does that even look like? Okay, so I get 50, 60, and what does that look like? I just keep being in the walk of Christianity and being a Christian. Is that him? Is that me trusting him? Like, what does that look like?
You're continuously serving him, praising him, doing what he's called you to do. Yeah. I know. It's like gnawing of the teeth. like that's what it feels like. It feels like, you know.
But that's the worry part. So that's the worry part where it's just like he could or could not do this.
Yeah. And here's the thing. And it always goes back to this because I feel like we talk about this like on the episodes that we're in.
What?
It always comes back to you always have to delight yourself in the Lord so that his ways are yours. And knowing that his nature is he's always good.
He's always good.
Always. That is just in his nature. So you know he got you. Like
always works. And I love what Pastor Roy always says, where he's just like, if God did it before, what makes you think he's gonna start with you not to? Like, who are you?
But see, sometimes I battle with that too. Because
if he did it for everybody
I want to have a dialect about that because when people say, if he healed one person, why won't he heal you? Because it might not be in his will to heal you. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, how do you know it's going to be you? You know? And it's not that I don't trust him. And even in this whole miscarriage thing, it wasn't that when I said the immediate thought, because it was fear. I was like, ooh, I'm having a miscarriage.
I'm scared.
That was fear. Yeah. It wasn't that I don't trust him to like seal the blood. And, you know, Correct. It wasn't that. I just knew. And then it was confirmed because I was like, am I going crazy? Like, am I not trusting him? Am I just saying too much?
What I do, yeah.
It's easy. And then when it was confirmed Sunday night, I was like, okay. I think that was most of it because it was so much built up pressure where I was like, do I not trust him? Am I the same person that like said that I trust God? And then now
2 years ago, now things happen and I revert back.
You know? Yeah. That was one of the things, and that's my struggle. Like,
no, and I struggle with that too. I struggle with like, I think God can do a lot for other people. I've seen him do a lot for other people. So I trust him that he'll do a lot for other people. But that same trust, I think I have more trust that God will do something for other people than to myself.
Because you're not living their life. That's why it's easier for you to trust that.
Right.
Because you're just getting the report. You know what I mean? So you might be getting you know, some of the frustration because they're talking to you about it.
To me.
But you get the report at the end.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
But it's almost like, but I know that God is going to see you through. Like, even in the beginning of it, it's just like, God has his hands on you. Like, I know, like, I'm going to walk with you. Like, yes, cry to me, call me. It's like, I trust God that it's like, I already kind of see, I don't see the end, but I just can't wait for you to get through this storm because it's coming. And they don't even believe it. They're like, this is, I'm going to die on this hill. And I'm like, but you're not. But when it comes to me, I'm like, I don't see the light at all.
Because you're the one going through it.
Or it could be God, favor ain't fair, right? So God can do something so crazy for that other person and just not do anything for you right now. And you gotta sit in that.
Well, when you say do anything, like,
or he wakes you up every day.
Hold on. She is screaming.
She is going in.
Let me text him. Just take her, please. Yeah, when you say do,
he wakes you up every day. That is something. So you're living on earth.
So are you saying that's like minuscule? Did y'all hear how she said that? You're living.
No, I was trying to not sound like that. And the fact that you picked it up is so funny. No, it's a blessing to wake up every morning, every day, and live life to the fullest. It's great.
The Bible says, count your blessings, name them one by one. I think if we start actually doing that.
Count your blessings. Okay, wait. A little segue. Do you think it's a blessing to wake up every day?
Yes.
You really think that?
Yes.
Well, because you have yes, I get that because you have a child and stuff.
No. It has nothing to do with her.
You think it's a blessing to wake up and like every day?
Yep.
But when the goal is to get to the pearly gates, that's your goal, right? To see heaven.
That is my goal. Yep.
That's a blessing.
So I feel like people think, and Bible scholars, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't believe this.
Because you know the Bible scholars in this comments, child.
I really believe. Now I'm kind of afraid to say. Never mind.
No, say it.
No. I ain't trying to. Y'all ain't gonna play me.
They gonna come find you.
They will, and they gonna be. I think it's a blessing because God didn't have to do that.
Right, yeah, right. He didn't have to do it.
I'm not understanding.
I'm trying not to like. Yeah, but he didn't have to do it. So therefore, like the opposite is to die, right? Which you would go to heaven and sit with God for eternity.
Okay, so that's
a blessing.
This is
right. Maybe I'm just talking from the life is hard out here and waking up every day. A blessing. It's a blessing to wake up and like do your life every day. That's a blessing.
Janae, you kind of concerning me.
No, me and Tiana talked. No, I don't want to sound crazy, but like I was just we're veering off, but just saying. I think it's a blessing to sit with God for eternity. I think that's a blessing. I'm not saying it's not a blessing waking up every day. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, you know how some people like, you woke up this morning. It's just like, yeah, I did. I did.
I can't relate.
Maybe not. Maybe see that, and that's a blessing. That's a blessing. I hope you don't.
I think back to my original statement. If we practice counting our blessings,
that's how I got on this
naming them
tangent.
one by one, then you'll be more grateful
each day. That's actually a good practice before you go to bed. To do that and like journal. I could see that.
Like, God, thank you for this. Thank you for this. Thank you for this. And then you'll actually realize that your life is...
That you did... God did more than you kind of think.
I think it's because we take those small things for granted.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. The things that... she is... Her kid...
He said they're playing. That don't sound like play. That don't sound like playing to me. I'm sorry, y'all.
She's being mama mode right now.
They actually are playing. Okay.
That's her plan? Okay.
Yeah. Could have fooled me. Yeah, I think that's a good practice to do because it's easy to take waking up every day for granted.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. And I think
stretch your hands and pray for you. Right now, Father, please.
Please. Okay. Stop. Seriously.
Grant her joy. Unspeakable joy.
Please. Oh my God.
Unspeakable joy.
Please.
Help her to realize the hand. Your hand.
No, seriously.
On her life.
Please.
Help her to tell her problems how big her God is.
Please.
Help her to stop thinking that it's all about her and that she's a vessel.
Well.
Oh, no, you don't want that one. You don't like that one? Okay. Okay. Sounded good, huh?
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
I'm just saying. Because your life could be a lot worse.
Oh my God.
See, this is what I'm looking for. The gratitude.
That's the thing.
Yep.
Yep. See, and I'm on. I can go left and then I can go right. But the way my life could really be set up, real bad. I don't even want to see it. Like I could kind of paint the picture, and that's worse. And add 10 times on that of what God would do. Don't even worry about it. Like the fact that I wake up to.
Night and day. Y'all see that? Night and day. She's grateful that she's waking up. I'm kidding.
No. Yes, I am. I am very grateful that I wake. The fact that I wake up and see a skyline of Ponce City Market every day, like that, or going out on my balcony, or just little things, I am grateful for. I think I do get used to certain things. I get used to it. It's now becoming like that's the norm. Just a given. Yeah. Or I've done it. Like I work here. I deserve it.
Yeah.
Like something like, no, Janae, you did this. And it's just like, no, but you did not.
Yeah.
You did not do this. You can go to work every day and you still didn't do what you're living in. Mm-hmm. So I get that. It's sometimes hard to just.
No, trust me. Trust me. Get it?
No pun intended.
But I get it. Totally get it. But I do think it makes it easier.
Yeah.
When you start to think of the things that you feel like are normal or that should be a given, because one day God could just take it away.
Ooh, and just snatch that away.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like so when you stub your toe or like when you like hurt something and now you all of a sudden can't function. And I'd be like, dang, I missed the times when
Ooh. No, seriously, like my boil.
Yeah.
Like I don't think about my left. I'm not a lefty. I don't think about it. Once I get this boil under my left arm, I can't brush my teeth.
No.
I can't sit down and stand because you then realize when something is taken away from you, you standing up took everything. Just standing up really takes your feet, your knees, your thighs, your abs. Yep. It takes your entire body part. And you wouldn't think that from your left arm being like now you can't use it anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how brushing my teeth was so painful. You know what? I'm grateful. Because every time I get that boil, I'm like, God, if you can just give me my left hand again. And that's how literally me and God has these conversations of like when I get my boil. And I'm like, me going to work out is a form of worship, just of me and him. Because I can't work out.
And you can't do it without him.
I can't.
You got to cling on to his strength.
Ooh, bless it. So I will always use my left hand. I was like, if you give it back to me, I will.
And we say that, but then as time goes on,
once
we go
that boil
back.
Pops.
We go back into the same cycle.
Yeah.
Just like when I'm congested, I'm like, I just remember the days I could just breathe, man. I'm like, that, with every breath,
just fresh air just flowing through. Right now, you could have had two tissues stuck up your nose, breathing out your mouth, which is so uncomfortable.
It is, but I have to do it because it helps me. But. That's what I'm talking about. Just the gratitude and we need to practice that every day. And I don't do it every day.
Yeah, gratitude. Yeah, because it's just like, who are you? Like I can see God being like, you brat.
Yeah, and that's why I don't think it's like a slap in the. I mean, I don't personally think it's a slap in the face. I think he's just like, all right. He's like tired of us. Like,
yeah.
Again?
Get on my nerves.
Again?
Yeah. Again. And then I'm going to let you do it.
Right.
I'm not going to.
I'm going to let you be it. Go ahead. Run in circles. Throw yourself on the floor.
Perfect. It's almost like being a child. Like, throw yourself on the floor. And a parent is going to watch you. And when you are calmed down.
And you are ready,
we will leave.
And when you're ready to come to me.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. That is crazy. That's like a child.
When you're ready to come to me.
But you're going to do a temper tantrum. I promise you.
Oh, my Lord.
You're going to throw a temper tantrum. You're going, all right.
I could shout in this house right now. Jesus. What? When you're ready to come to me.
I will be here. Because a parent will never leave their child just throwing temper tantrum. They're just going to sit, wait. I'll never leave you. Jesus. But when you are ready to stand up on your 2 feet that I gave you. Ooh. That is a mess. That is a mess. That is a mess.
We need childlike faith, y'all.
Childlike faith.
We need to go back to, we need to have the same mindset of like, my father will always come for me. He'll always come through. Like Sanaya just be standing on the couch and leaping. She know I'm gonna catch her.
She knows.
So why not just leap?
And the thing is, Sanaya could be over here and you over here.
I'm jetting over there.
And Sanaya still goes. She doesn't count the steps of mommy's so far. She still just leaps anyway, even if she doesn't see mommy in sight or mommy is not close enough in her world.
Ooh. So take the leap and just trust him. Trust him.
Who are we talking to?
I'm talking to myself. Just trust him.
Oh my God, I'm sweating.
Y'all,
I'm sweating.
Because we can go on forever. This is the moral of the story. Trust.
Oh my God.
Trust in the Lord. What's your mom always say? Remember on the prayer calls we used to have?
Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not onto your own understanding. And
all your ways. Acknowledge him and he will direct your path.
Jesus.
Acknowledge him. That's the other.
I'm about to punch you dead in the face.
No. Acknowledge him. It's just really coming.
No, because that
in all your ways, acknowledge him. If you acknowledge him and trust him, he will
guide your path. That means in your storm,
acknowledge him and trust him.
Woo! Anna,
I'm about to cry.
What is happening? And it's not. And y'all, and I'm no pastor, right? And I only did it once, so take it with a grain of salt. It's not that hard to do. Like with my grandmother passing, it was just that extra step of like, I'm already down, I'm already crying, I'm already sad.
And if we remember
why not just say, but I thank you. But thank you that she's not in pain.
But thank you for the life that she lived.
Woo! God! And if I would have never said that, I would have never had this calmness over me that I still can't explain to y'all.
Because it's a peace that surpasses all understanding. So y'all can't understand it.
I can't.
We don't understand it.
I can't articulate it. There's no words for it.
Glory. Oh, wow. We about to have church. Okay,
she was just sleeping 20 minutes ago.
I'm so sorry. We could go on forever
and ever.
But I hope y'all.
My silk press is poofy.
It is just a little bit. I really hope this blessed somebody because it blessed me.
It blessed me. It blessed me. If anything of this episode, this probably was just for us, but it probably is onto this Spotify audio or this YouTube.
Y'all trust in God. I'm sorry, one last thing. So we sang that song today. I trust in God, my Savior, the one who will never fail. And then there's a part that says, I sought the Lord, and he heard, and he answered. That's why because his track record.
I called the Lord.
We got history, baby. Me and Jesus got history.
And I called and he answered. That's why.
And if I was off key, don't not too much about that. Okay? Not too much about that.
Sounded beautiful. But never mind.
Yeah. I just hope I really, 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 really hope. Wow. At least one person. You know, the Lord leaves 99 for one person. So
to come to that
if it's for you, I thank God that you are listening. because if it didn't bless nobody, it blessed me.
It blessed me.
Okay. So please tune back. We're gonna have. Me and Janae are really trying.
2024.
These are the conversations that we have on a regular basis, and we're trying to just have it on a mic.
And give us grace, you know, because give us grace. We are still working. She's mothering and working and wifing and, you know, and everybody's kicking life right now. So give us grace. But I think 2024, we should really, you know, I think last year we were serious about it. And I think that's where now the consistency needs to come in. So,
and we're almost up on our 1 year. But anyways, we're
not
going to do a tangent. Okay. I hope you guys come back.
Please come back.
Continue the conversation. Share.
828ers. The return. Remember?
No. Share with everybody.
Yeah.
And the message is just trust God.
That's it. That's it.
Please. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.